Hi friends, Andy Vegan. Today I'm making juice, and it is a recipe from a friend and a colleague. She's called Vegan Genie. That's her artist name. And she's a chef, a vegan chef, of course, from Southern California. I've worked there with her, and she's fun and it's very amazing. It's very inspirational. She made a very simple recipe recently released, and for a fasting day. We always make juice fasting one day a week. Me 1 day a week. Some do it every other week. So once a week it's my rhythm. It's part of my regular diet. It's well, I'm practicing yoga every day for decades, and really makes me really feel better. It's such a game changer. But the fasting part of that is really right after that. Well, yoga is maybe the most important thing for my health and well-being. I do. With the vegan diet, of course, I'm not talking about that. Yeah, together with yoga, I began the vegan diet. First the vegan diet, then the yoga, yeah, but all together. And the fasting really is so important, has become so important, I can really recommend. But in a gentle way, and not like I did it first radically or extreme, like only water for as long as I can, days, weeks, and so forth. Yeah, who can do the best or so. That was it was a cool thing, but it was very dangerous too. Yeah, I hurt myself. It's reversible so far, but now I do gentle juice fasting. That is so much more living in the flow, non-violently, a non-violent lifestyle. According to veganism, that is all one story. And the simple thing is just make a delicious juice. I make my juice. We all do that here in the community. And then drink as much as possible. 4 liters is to me. You have to figure out if you will fast how much you drink, but that is crucial. Water, tea, coffee, juice, broth, plant milks, whatever. I always take out the fiber. I mean, juicing to me means taking out the fiber with a juicer or a filter. Then the digestion can pause, like at night when you haven't eaten at night, too late, or even light, digestion can pause. There's a reboot of the system. So in the morning, when we have breakfast, we call it breakfast, breaking the fast. It's the same word and the same meaning. So it is a small fast at night, and a fasting day is a gentle juice fasting day, just a little bit longer with juices. We can also fast with smoothies or light salads or whole food fasting. You can all do that too, just reducing the calories. That is also important. For example, for anti-aging effect, that is called autophagy. That is, the body eats itself literally, because the cells of the body, they produce protein. That's their job. Yeah, 10,000s of proteins they produce all the time. And when these proteins are produced, there can be mistakes. So these long lines of amino acids, they can be folded in the wrong way. The protein can be mistaken, falsely made. It's a production mistake. Happens all the time. It's a normal thing. But when that happens, the body, the cell, puts the garbage of these falsely folded or misproduced proteins in a garbage bin. They heap it on a pile somewhere. That's the scientific explanation I read, saw in a video. But that is scientifically proven. It's not just made up. They produce this garbage, the cells, all the time, as we produce garbage in the kitchen. Put it in the garbage bin and take it out. But when you fast, when there is a lack of food, fasting is lack of calories, lack of food. They bring it out. They eat these, they destroy these garbage bins, they bring it out, take it out. Detoxification. And when they don't do that, because we eat all the time, at night it happens a little bit, because when you don't eat at night, that already happens, but it predominantly in the daytime. But when you, for example, when you have no food, like maybe 10,000 years ago, before we had the fields and the crops and these kind of things, people fasted all the time regularly. because they had no food. And then other days they ate more. Yeah? And these kind of things were normal. 3 days of fasting is normal thing. And now we have always food in many countries of the world. There's always food in abundance, so there's no more fasting, not needed. Still, people fast all the time, everywhere, in religions, cultures, everywhere on the planet. So they just keep doing it. They know how good it is. Yeah, but I have a different reason for that. But for me, the health reasons are most important, and I do it to detox, yeah, to get rid of the toxins that are the garbages from the cells, from the protein production, and also to pause digestion, to reboot the system. So I don't take fiber on fasting days usually, but I tell you something, when I have, for example, a headache or so, or I don't feel well during the fasting, it can be very intense. Yeah? Even if you do it only 1 day a week, if you do it week after week, after month after year, it can get more and more intense over time. It's very interesting. The body learns how to do it, it gets stronger and stronger, and you get deeper and deeper down into the layers of the body, the mind, the soul, whatever you want to call it. There are many things that are stored in the body, and you get deeper and deeper over time if you do it consistently. And so it can become very intense. And some days even we used to do this fasting 1 day a week with juices, very simple, very easy. But it can be intense even to me, and sometimes I just want to slow down a little bit. Then I maybe drink a smoothie with a little bit of fiber, or I have a salad also with fiber, or whatever. And you can always slow down. Most important to me is that it's gentle, that I feel great during the fasting day. I don't feel bad, because when I feel bad, the body doesn't heal itself anymore. The body feels great. That means the ancient medicine says the balance is there in the body, and on the body with the environment and everything. They talk always about balance. It's the most important for traditional healing arts. Ayurveda, Chinese medicine, they all talk about this balance of the elements and so forth. But when I feel great, this balance is there in ancient terms. We wouldn't talk like that today in modern medicine. We don't talk like that, but it is a thing. Yeah? There are limits to that, but there are also advantages of a modern medicine. We need both approaches, I would say. Many would say, I would agree to that now. So, to me, that is very important, that I feel happy, especially as a yogi. You always want to feel happy. That's the main goal of doing yoga, to pause, to control the mind waves, to bring it to pause, to make it calm, and to feel great, happiness. That's the sun that shines always inside. Okay, so that's why I don't push it anymore, right? I learned that lesson to live a balanced life. Yeah? The balanced way is most successful over time. So that's why also my fasting has become a gentle juice fasting. I now make a recipe from Vegan Genie. It's featuring her, so to say, and that is very simple. I love simple. It's a pineapple. I have here a medium-sized pineapple. Of course, I peeled it, cut it into portions that I can put it in the juicer, and 1 lime. She has a little bit different measurements. She gives volumes. I give just 1 lime and a small amount of ginger root. I found that when you have ginger root together with pineapple, it can be very delicious, but it can easily be too much. So I'll check out how much ginger I can take. I'll tell you after the video, after the juicing. I'll come back in a second with the juice. This is my juice now here. That's maybe half a liter. That's a small amount of juice. Usually I make a little bit more, but just to give it a try. 1 pineapple and 1 lime and a small piece of ginger. That's very easy measurement, like the intuitive way, right? What you have at hand, you have a lime, you have a pineapple, make a juice. I did not take this one. I thought when I tasted it in between, I thought, wait, maybe it's enough. So not too much ginger. That can be a little bit bitter in the end with the pineapple. Also depends on when you have a very sweet and ripe super pineapple, I can purchase these things here in special shops for $10, one pineapple. I mean, that's crazy. Can't afford that. Usually the pineapples are rather inexpensive, and they have not this perfect flavor. Of course, you all know that, I guess. But then, of course, you take a little bit less of the ginger. Yeah, very simple. And it's still a delicious juice. Pineapple juice is, well, it's one of the favorite, right? I can't have a pineapple juice every day. Just simple pineapple juicing for breakfast, for example, in the morning, so refreshing. And there is an enzyme that is specially made for protein. The body has different kind of enzymes for protein, for carbohydrates, for fat. And this is for protein, and these are very powerful protein enzymes good for digestion. So they are in pineapple. Makes pineapple very special. Kiwis have the same, similar protein. There are different ones, but this is also for similar enzyme. They are also for protein. And these protein enzymes are very powerful. And yeah, now I will taste it. The final produce. You see, the pineapple juice always. I don't worry about that anymore. When I juice a pineapple, I always have a lot of foam on top. Usually it begins here, and then it gets less and less and less. And now I let it sit for a couple of minutes. It goes up to here. So this foam only builds in the first minutes while juicing, yeah. And then it goes smaller and smaller, so the air goes out of the foam, and then you have the pure juice, most of it, just a little bit of foam. Doesn't really matter. And it's also nice to enjoy when you spoon it. It's a creamy thing. It's nice. So, but let's taste the juice now. Very curious what it tastes like. She always makes red recipes, very creative, and she so loves every detail, and so she makes a beautiful picture of it with some decoration, and it's very delicious what she does. Very special always. I love it. So that's a tribute to her. Let's taste it. Let's see. Oh yeah. And the pineapple has a wonderful flavor. It's exciting. This sweet and sour mixture. The kiwis have that too, this sweet and sour. Other fruit. The sweet and sour is very dominant for fruit. This is their special thing with fruit. They have a lot of sugar, and they have a lot of, sometimes more or less sour. This sweet and sour flavor can be really, and pineapple is very exciting sweet and sour mixture, balance. And then you have this ginger and the lime. So they are a little bit playing into this sweet and sour balance. The lime has a bite as opposed to the lemon. The lime has more, it's sharper sour flavor. More pointed. Yeah. That relates to the pineapple, also pointed. And the ginger can be a little bit bitter, hot. And together with the pineapple, too much of it can be bitter, but when you do it right, it's just not bitter, it's just hot. And that is wonderful together with pineapple. You gotta check it out, it's a wonderful juice. Thanks, Vegan Genie here. I'm happy I tried this. And I show you what it looks like. You pour it. See, it's a nice runny juice. Pineapple juices are really just wonderful. Or make them once in a while. I always make a new pineapple juice recipe. Recently I made one with this kale. Wow, that was so cool. And with bell pepper, another one. I can make the most exciting things. But they are very special, all these recipes. You have to figure it out a little bit. When you get it right, put an apple into it, for example, or an orange, you get a wonderful result. A carrot to make it more earthen. All these other ingredients you add can give it a certain twist, a certain grounding, something that makes it a really nice when you balance it. So this is a very simple one with lime and ginger. And I'm very happy I tried it. Thanks again, Vegan Genie. And for you, hope you like it too. Thanks for watching. Give me a like, subscribe, MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X. And all the recipes for juicing and plant milk. And so you can also find them on Facebook on a special fasting page. TriYoga Moonfasting. TriYoga Moonfasting. TriYoga is my yoga style. It's founded by Yogini Kaliji. She's amazing. She's an enlightened being, I would say. And there is proof. But that's another topic. But she gave us the inspiration to have Gentle Juicefasting, TriYoga Moonfasting, living in the flow. She brought the flow into yoga world. Yes, that's what you did. And thanks for watching. If you like my video, I said already, okay? See you soon.